Alright everybody, good morning, good afternoon, or good night depending on when you are listening. It is bright and early for me, the sun is rising, and it's a beautiful October the 28th, 2019, thus far as of 8 a.m. I get to sleep in a little bit today. We're working out at the beach, so instead of me having to drive to work, my dad will just come and pick me up, and he's not picking me up till 8:45, so I had a nice cup of coffee, ate me a bagel, got a big ass glass of ice water right now, and I am bringing you this smoke break before I go to work. As I turn around and look, it really is a beautiful day. I'm pretty sure it was Saturday that it rained, but it was still a beautiful weekend. Maybe it was Friday, I don't even know. But I had a really nice weekend. I worked on Saturday and it was Saturday that it rained, but I'll get into it. Let me just do this. It's a smoke break, so I get to smoke. This started out as a smoke break because I was smoking weed, and then I'd smoke a cigarette, and I had my whole podcast centered around weed, and now I essentially don't even smoke anymore, and I feel so dumb for doing that, basically. I don't know why. I'm not ashamed of it at all, and I'm never gonna delete it, and I still enjoy what those were. There was I'm proud of them, but I don't know why I used to smoke so much weed, because now that I don't at all, it's just so much better. And I guess I never gave myself a chance to see what it would be like to not smoke weed, you know what I mean? And now that I'm not, I'm just wow, this is superior. I'm eating more, I'm gaining weight. I know it's probably hard to tell, but I am gaining weight. I'm eating so much more than I was, and I used to think that I'd have to smoke to eat, and it's total bullshit. Even now that I basically, I probably smoke, I say once a day, but really, it's probably 4 times a week. And I still eat more sober than those times that I smoke a bowl. And it's pretty crazy, not smoking and then smoking one bowl, how high I get, because it used to be I'd smoke one bowl, and then I would smoke a cigarette, and then smoke another bowl, and then probably smoke another bowl, and now, most of the time I don't even finish the bowl. I take one hit, and I'm holy shit, I am really high. But, it's just, I don't think it's that great, you know, I could see me completely quitting altogether, and I think that's where this is headed. It's strange, though, I haven't had to deal with this yet on the comeback, but I know a lot of guests want to smoke, and a lot of guests want to smoke and do the smoke breaks because that's what they've seen other guests do, and it looks like a lot of fun, and we were cracking up, and everything's grand when you get high with somebody, and it's so much easier to connect, and blah blah blah. But if I don't want to do that, I guess they can smoke if they want, but I don't know, it's this weird, not pressure I feel, but a real want. I want to do that. I feel I want to smoke with people more than I want to smoke, and it's very strange. I don't know why that is, but let me let Daisy out here. She's begging to come. There you go, Dinky. But yeah, I had a pretty cool weekend. I am gonna have to apologize now because I said I was gonna do 2-a-days, and I think Wednesday was the last day I did it. So I go to record Thursday's episode, and my SD card is fucked up. And I recorded it, and for whatever reason my SD card was fucked up. So this weekend I went out and bought a new SD card, got a big one in terms of size, and I know that you take it off of the SD card and you put it onto an external hard drive, but my external hard drive's filling up too, so I'm gonna have to get another one of those. And it's just, we got a lot of content here in the history of Couch Talk. Episode 328, the solo episode I recorded last night. Episode 326 with just I've said it a million times, but she's ultra talented. Her name is Ree. She's a recording artist here in Jacksonville. She's in a band. She does her own solo thing. She's just got multiple genres of music, each that she excels at, and she came on as my first return guest. That's available now on Spotify and this other podcast listening platform called, I think it's Pocket Cast or something, I don't know, but if you really want to listen to episode 326 with Ree, that is available on Spotify. I'm going to put up episode 327 with Zach Burke. probably today when I get home from work, and then tomorrow I'm going to put out episode 328, the first solo. It's the return of the soloist. That's what I really enjoy doing. These solo podcasts are why I do this. I mean, I'm doing smoke breaks. I'm barely even smoking this cig. But the solo stuff is where it's where I feel like I give my best stuff, and also why I do this. It's therapeutic for me. It feels good to just vent it all out and not have to do it in conversation form. Like, yes, I have people there for me that I could talk to and get support from, but there's something special about just letting it all out and not getting the instant feedback of you say this and then somebody says something back to you about it. And this is just complete, flow of consciousness. Whatever I feel comes out, and it's just, to me, a great way to feel better, And I don't know why I wasn't doing that when I think if I did that when I took this little break and I was so sad and depressed, I think I actually would have turned it around faster, maybe. I don't know, but every time I'm done doing this, I feel great. Like, I feel better than before I did it. And like last night when I recorded episode 328, the solo episode, it took me hours to do it. I had everything set up and I kept procrastinating. Get something in my eye. I kept procrastinating and didn't. God, I have long eyelashes and they always turn on me and they get all entangled and get in my eyes and it sucks. But I just procrastinated and I wasn't gonna do it. And I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Just do it, dude. This is what you do. You're gonna feel better. I know I'm gonna feel better, but it's still hard for me to talk myself into doing it. And I did it, and it was so fun. I felt so good when it was done. I talked about so much stuff that I didn't even foresee happening. And I think the problem is once I start doing it, right now I have 3 notes available on Spotify: making groceries look good in the cart, and Tiger Woods win number 82. So far I've talked about the Spotify thing. I still have yet to talk about the grocery thing and Tiger winning number 82. But I'm looking at this man, this is going to be 4 minutes long, and then something happens that I press record and I start and I just go, and there's so much stuff that I didn't even know was going to come out that it comes out, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'm talking about this. Right now, what the fuck am I talking about? But I'm talking about something. And somebody just texted me, are you working today? Yeah, I work every day, okay? And that's how I like it, and that's the way it should be, because when I'm not, I'm just bored, and what else am I going to do? This is the only other thing I have to do. I would podcast, and that's not going to take all day, so I might as well go to work. But, yeah, as we move forward now, like I said, it's available on Spotify. Go check it out. You're already watching on YouTube, so hit that subscribe button if you will. It just, the more subscribers, the better, and maybe one day I'll be so many freaking subscribers I won't even notice when somebody subscribes or not. But I was grocery shopping this weekend, and man, I spent a lot of money this weekend on just life, SD card. I grocery shopped and balled out, and I'm very glad, because I do not see myself. I'm packing my lunch every day. I'm not spending money on food outside of grocery shopping at all this week. I'm not doing it. I'm not wasting my money, even if I really want Taco Bell or a pizza from Vino's or whatever. Fuck that. I've got all this food. I got steak. I made such a good dinner, man. Oh my god. I think it was Saturday. Yeah, on Saturday night, I made such a good dinner. I made steak and baked potato and corn and just mixed vegetables. It was a can of mixed vegetables. I wasn't making dope-ass vegetables like some chef, but it was canned vegetables. I believe it's Del Monte, the mixed vegetables can. And it was, so fucking good, man. I had such a good dinner. And it just, you feel good, when you make yourself a good dinner. That feels better than if I would have went to Outback, and it's also cheaper. But if I went to Outback and got the exact same thing, it doesn't feel as good. And also, I make this exactly how I want. Like, a home-cooked meal is always better than a meal that you get when you go out, no matter what. But, when I was grocery shopping, like, I'm at Walmart grocery center. I went at, like, 10 o'clock at night. And it's like, I'm done. Okay, so I've made it to the point where I will buy great value shit. And I realize, oh boy, Daisy, don't be barking at these ducks. But, you know, I don't waste, like if I'm getting root beer, I'm not going to get A&W root beer, I'm going to get great value root beer. Or if I get chips instead of getting Ruffles, I'll get the great value ridged chips. And they're just as good, if not better. I know they're like tortilla chips from Great Value. I actually think they're better than if I were to get Tostitos or whatever. And they're 92 cents for a bag. But it's strange how once I get like Great Value bread or something, I'm like embarrassed, and I try to make my shopping cart look as if I'm not buying Great Value shit. I put stuff face down so you can't tell that it's Great Value, and I try to like hide the fact that I'm buying off-brand shit. And even ice cream, I buy Great Value ice cream. It's either $4 for a thing of ice cream or $2.50 for the Great Value, and it's like, it's a great value, dude. Like, they don't lie about the name. It's just like, to me, I always assumed it wouldn't be like Publix brand. Publix brand, if you live in the Southeast, you know, Publix brand shit, when Publix makes whatever that's under the brand of Publix, it's going to be delicious. And I just assume that because it's Walmart, there's no way that they're going to be able to create even close to equally as good off-brand shit. And I was wrong. It's all really good. And now that I'm saying it, maybe I won't be so ashamed of the way that my cart looks when I have these Great Value Chewy bars. Instead of getting Chewy bars, okay, perfect example. For like a huge pack of Chewy bars, I'm talking like 24 Chewy bars, it's like $3 or $2.50 or something like that, compared to like $5 or $6 for the same amount of bars that are the Chewy brand. And it's like, why am I going to spend this extra money when I can get this? And if it's not good, then I just will never get it again. But every time I get it, it's good. So I need to stop being ashamed with getting Great Value stuff in terms of the way my grocery cart looks. Like, I literally try to hide things and make it look like I'm not buying Great Value stuff. And it's like, first of all, who the fuck cares? I've never once looked at what someone else is getting. So like, I doubt anyone's looking at what I'm getting. But I still have this weird thing in my head where I'm like so self-conscious of getting off-brand shit. Oh no. A funny thing that happened though is, you know when you're at the grocery store and like you're just constantly crossing paths with the same person? So it was me and this like, he was probably like 40 years old, this like black dude. We both had our headphones in and we just kept crossing paths, and it was just funny. Like, you know, we kept giving each other the head nod, and eventually we just like, we're both listening to shit, so we're not really trying to talk, but we just laugh. And then it just happened to be that when it's time for me, I'm done grocery shopping. He's also done grocery shopping, so we are like going to check out. And it was like 10:30, 10:40, and they didn't have anything but self-checkout open. So I have like an entire week, at least a week's worth of groceries. He's got a week's worth of groceries, and we have to use self-checkout, and there's not like room to put your shit. And the lady kept trying to see if we were stealing and all that shit, and it's like, bitch, how about you open up the line and we come through your line like a normal place, and instead of like having to put bags into the cart with product that we still haven't scanned yet, because there's literally no room to put any of this shit. And it was funny because we both like looked at each other like, oh, of course. And he goes, man, I should have known this was gonna happen. I should have known. And I just started laughing, and I was like, yeah, but like, why wouldn't they just have one lane open for us? And he goes, man, this is Walmart, like, they're always on bullshit. And he said it right in front of the lady, and we both just looked at each other, me and him, and just started cracking up because the look on her face was like so offended But first of all, you know it's true, lady. Like, you know Walmart, when it comes to the checkout process, is always on bullshit. Even when they do have a line open for you to check out in the normal way, it's total fucking bullshit. It sucks. It's horrible. So that was just a really weird situation, and I don't suggest going full-fledged grocery shopping at any Walmart shopping center, which my dad dubbed the Walmart shopping centers as small marts, and I've stolen that and put it into my own lexicon of words. It's part of my diction now, and I would like it to be a part of yours. So from now on, instead of calling the Walmart shopping centers anything other than just call it small mart is what I'm trying to get to here. But if you don't know, I've been doing daily devotionals where I read from a Jesus Always daily devotion thing, and no, I am not Christian, and I don't quote unquote fuck with Jesus, but I think that you can take a lot of like good stuff out of this instead of being so pessimistic and be like, oh fuck God, and this shit's so stupid, dude, and Christianity's yeah, there's a lot of dumb shit, but the bones of it is a good way to live your life. The bones of all religion is a good way to live your life. So like, why am I going to ignore something that I can interpret what they're saying in the way that I want to interpret it, instead of reading it and being mad because it's not, for whatever reason. There's so many reasons that people are against organized religion, and I totally understand, but there's good teachings in it, and if you can't take something like this and interpret it in your own way, then like, you got a lot to work on, you know what I mean? Like, you got to work on yourself. So for October the 28th, here is the daily devotion. Many people are selective about which parts of themselves they bring to me in prayer. Some hesitate to approach me about traits they consider shameful or embarrassing. Others are so used to living with painful feelings, loneliness, fear, guilt, shame, that it never occurs to them to ask for help in dealing with those things. Still, others get so preoccupied with their struggles that they forget I'm even here. This is not my way for you, beloved. There are hurting parts of you that I desire to heal. Some of them have been with you so long that you consider them facets of your identity. You carry them with you everywhere you go, barely aware of their impact on your life. I want to help you learn to walk in freedom. However, you are so addicted to certain painful patterns that it will take time to break free from them. Only repeatedly exposing them to my loving presence will bring you long-term healing. As you grow increasingly free, you'll be released to experience my joy in greater and greater measure. So, instead of many people are selective about which parts of themselves they bring to me in prayer. When I see all this stuff about God saying me, and everything is like anything that has to do with talking to God and all this stuff, I do believe in a God, spiritual, whatever, but what I'm saying is like, that's me. Like, I think that what parts of yourself hello? What's up? Are you okay? Have you taken any Tylenol or anything? It sucks. Okay, I'm just doing this little smoke break right now. Alright, love you. Okay, so like, that was my dad. He has a headache and he's on his way over. So, you know, I think that it's so true. Like, others are so used to living with painful feelings, loneliness, fear, guilt, shame, that it never occurs to them to ask for help in dealing with those feelings. I totally understand not wanting to ask for help, because it's like, to you it's like, what am I going to ask for help, and that's going to help anything? I think like getting super deep into it, just asking for help, to me, like, it's just voicing it. That is help enough. Like, that's why I do this. Like, whatever's wrong, I just put it out there. Like, when you ask for help, that's just you talking about it. I think that when they say ask for help, it's just like, you should talk about this. And I really do think that people just assume that, like, these feelings that they have, that they've always felt, like, this is a perfect way to say it. There are hurting parts of you that I desire to heal. I think you should read that as you are reading it to yourself. Like, there are hurting parts of me that I desire to heal. Okay? Instead of, there are hurting parts of me that God will heal if I just come to Him. No. You work on it and you heal it. Okay? So there are hurting parts of me that I desire to heal. Some of them have been with me so long that I consider them facets of my identity. Instead of, that's how I like to perceive it and read it, instead of, there are hurting parts of you that I desire to heal. Some of them have been with you so long that you consider them facets of your identity. Which, to me, like, that just is like putting things in God's hands. Like, fuck that. Like, you take control of this. So, there are hurting parts of me that I desire to heal. Some of them have been with me so long that I consider them facets of my identity. Which is, I mean, I could not relate to anything more than that. And that's exactly how I felt. And it's like, there's certain things with neurochemistry that, like, if you have a mental illness, like, if, you know, you get your, if you got your brain scanned and you looked at what was going on with the brain signature, you would have a specific brain signature that matches up the brain signature, like bipolar, for example. Like, that is a specific brain signature. So you obviously, like, can't help that, but I do think that, like, you can manage it, you know? I'm not saying you don't need meds. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that if you try to work on it, it will be better than if you don't try to work on it. So don't just assume, like, this is who I am and there's nothing I can do about it. This is who I am, and I'm going to try to improve on it, is how at least how I'm dealing with it. But I love this. I'm so glad that I've decided to do this. Like I said, I'm not Christian. I don't follow Jesus or anything like that. But, like, reading this stuff and interpreting it in the way that I like to interpret it is helpful. I don't know why I'm so gassy. Like, I keep burping. I really wish I could rip farts right now. I think that would be the ultimate podcast move, but I suppose this isn't even a podcast. I guess this is like a vlog. How many times have I done the quotes, the finger quotes today? Did you see that? Did you all just see that duck fly? Wait. Look at this guy. Dinky. Look at this beautiful day out here. See if we can see any turtles. No. Dinky. But yeah, what a beautiful morning. Oh yeah, baby. USA. Speaking of USA, Tiger Woods has won his... Wow. How bright is that? Maybe have to turn the exposure down here. Not possible, because I'm in the middle of recording. But yeah, Tiger Woods has won his 82nd PGA Tour tournament. Congratulations, Tiger. You are the man. You have changed golf and made it better than any other human in the history, including Arnold Palmer. I think what Tiger Woods has done for the game is beyond what... I think what he has done for the game is equal to what Arnold Palmer and Jack Nicklaus and everybody else has done combined. He has gotten a different type of person into golf. He made it cool. And I know Arnold Palmer made it cool, and Jack Nicklaus made it like a pursuit of perfection and winning and all this. But Tiger made it all of those things and brought so much money to it. When Tiger Woods was on, like, when he entered the PGA Tour, I think if you won a tournament, you'd win like $100,000 or something, $200,000. Now you're winning upwards of $2 million sometimes. Like, if you win a PGA Tour event, you're gonna get at least $1 million. That's insane. Like, and it's all thanks to Tiger. It looks like the fucking world is on fire behind me, and maybe it is. Who knows? But please go to Instagram, follow me at CJ Couch Talk. You can email me if you have any questions, comments, insults, or would like to be a guest. And of course, hit that subscribe button. It's available on Spotify now. I will let you know when it's available on iTunes, via the podcast app, Google Play, Stitcher. It's going to be everywhere that podcasts are available. That's where Couch Talk will be as it goes through the approval process of, again, email notifications as each platform gets approved. And right now, last time I checked, we are available on Pocket Cast and Spotify. So if you're itching for a Couch Talk guest episode that is new, go to Spotify, search Couch Talk, and you will see episode 326 with the beautiful, the awesome, the ultra-talented Ree. That is R with 3 eyes. Really, really appreciate you checking this out. I have got to upload this before my dad gets here so I can go to work and have this uploaded and not be like, fuck, I wasted too much time bullshitting, like I'm bullshitting right now. So, Instagram is at CJ Couch Talk, CJCouchTalk@gmail.com. If you have any questions, comments, insults, or would like to be a guest, that is C as in Christ, J as in Jesus, C as in Christ, O as in ostrich, U as in uranium, C as in Christ, H as in horses, T as in tantalizing, A as in ass, L as in labia, K as in kaboom. 11 letters, 1 big word. CJ Couch Talk. Congrats, Tiger Woods. You are tied with Sam Snead and no one else for having the most career PGA Tour victories, and you for sure are going to win another one before you retire. So he will end up being the one and only at the top of the mountain, and I don't know if anyone will ever catch it again because the parody is just, everybody's so good. And actually, in episode 327 with Zach Burke, we talk about that. So that'll be coming to you soon as well. I really appreciate you for listening and just being a part of this. And I love you so much. So thank you. I've been doing a lot of weird shit. In the solo episode, I have a blackhead, a permanent blackhead at the tip of my nipple, and I actually popped it on camera. So what more do you want, you know? I love you so much, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.